Since Ottawa is the capital, visiting government institutions is a highlight. Both the Supreme Court and Parliament are free to tour. No reservation is needed for the Supreme Court, but Parliament requires an online booking, which is easy to secure a day or two in advance. Both are near Parliament Hill, within walking distance. After entering the Supreme Court and passing security, a guide takes you on a free tour. I had a question: why do Canada's Supreme Court justices dress like Santa?
They only wear these red robes on special occasions, like official pictures and official ceremonies.
Turns out, they don't usually wear red robes. Canada's 9 justices are appointed by the Prime Minister, and unlike in the US, they have a mandatory retirement age of 75. During the tour of the appeal court, the guide explained key points about Canada's legal system.
So at the first level of our pyramid, we have our trial courts. At this level, we'll go explain to the judges why we're here. At this level, we have no new evidence, no witnessing, and 3 judges. So we're really talking about questions of law.
Like the US, it's mostly based on common law, except for Quebec, which follows civil law. Common law relies on precedents and is used in most Anglo-American countries. The tour was informative, free, and without lines, highly recommended. The Parliament tour offers 4 experiences: the Senate, the House of Commons, the East Bloc, and a virtual tour. The central building is under renovation until 2032, with both the Senate and House operating from temporary locations. When booking tours, be sure to leave at least a 30-minute gap to allow time for walking from one location to another. Aside from the virtual tour, all other tours permit photos only, no videos are allowed. The renovation of the central block of Parliament Hill is a significant project that began in 2019 and is expected to be completed in 2032 or later. The temporary Senate building is located the farthest away, at the other side of the famous Rideau Canal. It's housed in a beautifully converted old train station. This used to be the waiting room for the train. The design was inspired by ancient Roman baths, featuring high ceilings and large arched windows. Unlike US, Canadian senators are appointed by the Prime Minister with minimum age of 30. Once appointed, they can serve until the age of 75. There is no term limit. There are 105 senators. Each senator represents one of the provinces or territories. They form committees to examine and discuss various issues in detail. House of Commons building is temporarily located in the West Block of Parliament Hill. House Chamber is housed in a glass-roofed atrium what was formerly an outdoor courtyard. The building retains its original Gothic Revival style, with intricate stonework and vaulted ceilings. This innovative design blends heritage architecture with modern elements. Canada's political system is very similar to the UK's. The House of Commons consists of elected representatives, known as Members of Parliament. There are 338 MPs. The political party with the most seats forms the government, and its leader becomes the Prime Minister. The East Block is one of the original historic buildings. It primarily functions as office space, while also preserving several historical offices. One of the most significant rooms reflecting the British colonial influence on Canada's early government. Canada's first 16 governors-general all used this room as their principal office. Canada's first Prime Minister's office. This room holds historical artifacts and gives visitors a sense of the political history that unfolded within these walls. In the past, the Privy Council is a formal advisory body to the monarch. It now refers to the group of senior members of the government, including the Prime Minister and cabinet ministers. Parliament, the Immersive experience is also a free tour near Queen Street. This multimedia exhibit uses projections, soundscapes, and interactive displays to bring Canada's parliamentary history to life. Interactive displays allow visitors to explore how laws are made, the roles of MPs and senators, and the significance of Canada's democratic institutions. 360-degree projections on the walls and floor take visitors through the milestones of Canadian democracy, including Confederation, key parliamentary debates, and iconic moments in Canadian political history.
The entrance to Center Block.
The exhibition is decent and features some unique elements, but nothing particularly exceptional. If you have a tight schedule and can't visit all 4 tours, I would recommend East Block and one of the House or Senate tours. Let's dive into the food experiences during my trip. Quebec is known for its bagels, and this bagel shop is right next to the Canadian History Museum in Gatineau, very close to Ottawa. Different from New York bagels, Montreal bagels are smaller, denser, and slightly sweet. We ordered both savory and sweet bagels, and they are very tasty. Their bagels are freshly made in-house, and reasonably priced. It's fun to watch their bagel making process up close. This is the best bagel shop of my entire trip to Quebec. I definitely return if I'm in the area again. Next up is a noodle spot in downtown Ottawa. As a fan of hand-pulled noodles, I couldn't miss the chance to try out this local favorite. You could choose the thickness of the noodle, and the noodles are hand-pulled on spot. The dishes are delicious, with flavorful soups and authentic Sichuan-style side dishes. After eating, you can take a stroll around the downtown area, which features many old-fashioned buildings. Another area you could eat is the Bywood Market near National Gallery of Canada, east of Parliament Hill. It features numerous restaurants, cafes, and bars that serve a variety of cuisines, from traditional Canadian dishes to international fare.
A fool can leave the sky, there's nothing. I sit on the fields and hear the cheap beep beep blues from somewhere. My breath and light run together.
I end up dining at Peking Duck, a well-known restaurant famous for its duck dishes, but it turns out to be a less than great decision. I really enjoy how they slice the duck right in front of the guests, but unfortunately, the duck itself lacks flavor. On the bright side, the $88 duck is quite large, more than enough to feed 2 people. Next time I'm in the Bywood Market area, I'll probably choose a different restaurant to try. I also recommend a coffee spot near Queen Street, perfect for taking a break between Parliament tours.
I saw it and she gave me a single flower. I hope your future